Hey guys, I'm Sonic Freak and you are watching Yarncast episode 12. Before we get started here, Chancey Boy is going to open up another brown bag for me. So, Chancey, go ahead and pick out a bag. Sorry for the crinkly. Open it up for me. Can you get it?
I can't get off the tape.
Well, just tear it. It's fine to tear it. What do we got? Ooh. Hearthside Fibers Vanilla Sock in the color Groovy. So that is my next brown bag project. Okay, so sorry that the beginning is very crinkly, but let's get into it. First of all, my finished objects. Since I last saw you, I didn't get a lot done because actually last week I pinched a nerve in my right shoulder. So I didn't get much done at all. I basically just had to spend a few days playing video games where I could use only my left hand. But fortunately for me, I am ambidextrous and I know how to use the mouse with my left hand, so I could play games that just needed the mouse. But I didn't get much knitting and crocheting done. But I did finish two things. I finished the It's a Hoot owl container. I kind of gave up on the front post, back post stuff, and I just went all front post because the back post, like switching between front post and back post was just too much for my shoulder and stuff, so I just gave up halfway through, a little more than halfway through, and did it all front post, but it's okay. It ends up looking like that's like his face and that's his body type of thing, and then I just used buttons for the eyes and the beak, some really big buttons, or giant buttons, I forget exactly what they're called, but I got a bunch of giant buttons off of Amazon, and I used some of those. And for scale, that is some Karen 1 pound in there, so it's pretty good. And the bottom being floppy, it isn't really a problem once it's filled up, so that's very cute, I think, and very nice, and I almost just dropped it on the camera, but I caught it. So that is done. And I only finished one more thing. Let's put this over here, actually. And that is controversial hat number 80. And I can show this to you guys because I forgot to schedule a USPS pickup today. So I didn't send it out today. I'll send it out tomorrow. But that's good because I get to show you guys first. This is a special one, number 80. That's kind of special, right? So there it is. So those are all my finished objects. Next, works in progress. I pretty much didn't work on anything that you guys have seen because of the shoulder. But I did start something that I meant to start a lot sooner because it was for a knit along this month, April, and now there's no way it's going to be done within April because today's the last day of April. But I did the fiery mitts. I started them. And I don't know if the two of those colors are contrasting enough to really show up on camera, but it's done in 3 colors. I have a light green, a light blue, and this dark turquoise type color called Peacock. And I have got the Afterthought Thumb waste yarn put in. That's how far I am on that one. And that's going to be probably to donate, because what else would I do with it? Here is a picture of what it's going to look like. And I'm doing that in Peyton's Croy Peacock, Cascade 220, Sky Blue, or actually, what is this color called? color number 7815, and Willow Rustic in Seafoam. So, yeah. Here, I can show you the different colors here. Yeah, and like I said, these two, the contrast of them doesn't show up too well on camera once you work the pattern, but in real life, it's very pretty. So, I don't know, maybe I'm crazy and you guys can totally see that, but I'm looking at the camera and I can't see the difference. But then again, I am slightly colorblind, and green and blue are some of the ones I can't see the difference of, so maybe that's it. I don't know. Oh, I just dropped my thing and hit the tripod. Anyway, so that's all that I did. Since I last saw you, well, no, it's not all I did. I did attempt to do the Vernal V Lacy Spot Cloth, but I got like to the second repeat and then I frogged it because I kept messing up, and I gave up on this. I was like, you know, it's a pretty washcloth and all, but for one, it's too big that my husband, who does the dishes for our house, he's not going to want to use it since it's so big, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it anyway, and I kept messing up and frogging and starting again, and I was like, you know what, I'm not going to go through the trouble of frogging and then trying to pick up stitches and figure out where I was on the pattern and all this crap. It was just too much work for a washcloth that I'm not even going to use, so I frogged that. That was for the Smells Like Yarn monthly dishcloth along, but unfortunately, you know, I was going to finish that today, but I just decided to frog it instead. So, that's all I did this. I was going to say this week, but it's been more than a week since I saw you, since I did the podcast on Monday of last week. Anyway, I'm sorry if you guys can hear my dog. Stash enhancements. I do have some stash enhancements. First of all, I got my Highland Handmaids Color of the Month Color Study Club for April. And there's going to be lots of oranges this month, I guess, coincidentally. And this is Green Ash Worsted, which is 100% Superwash Merino, 220 yards. And this color is Bryce Canyon. It's a very bright orange, variegated. So that is super pretty. And I'm thinking that I'm going to do a gelato draft with this, because it just, I don't know, that just seems like a good color for a draft to me. So I might do a gelato draft by the Bakery Bears. That might be what I do with that. Also, I was kind of bad. I got an itchy nose right now, so I apologize. But I was kind of bad. I had to go to Tuesday morning to get something from the craft aisle, and the yarn is at the very front of the craft aisle at my Tuesday morning. So if you have to get something from the craft aisle, you have to walk past the yarn. And how can I not take a look at the yarn? Because it's always super cheap, and every now and then they have something good. And this time they had something good for super cheap. They had some Jubilation Kettle Dye Worsted, which is 100% extra fine merino. It is 208 yards. And I got two of them in two different colors. They were $7 each. So how could I not get them? The colors are, it said the colors, Tropics. Couldn't find the colors for a second. I was going to be like, I could have sworn it said the colors on these, but yeah, it does. Tropics and Grassland. So, those are those, and these are probably, I don't know, it's a single ply, so I don't know, might be some amigurumi I'm thinking maybe I might make it some stuff to donate. Some amigurumi to donate. I don't know yet though. Maybe. Thinking about doing like some mother bears and making these the clothes of the bears. I don't know, I guess this one could be a hat to donate. This one wouldn't be too good as like wearables to donate because of the white in it, but I don't know. I also purchased something else, and it was supposed to be here today, and it was coming from so close that I literally could drive. It was coming from Leading Man Fiber Arts, okay? I live close enough to them that I could drive and pick it up and be back before dinner, you know? And yet, the USPS can't seem to deliver packages from them when they are supposed to. So, I was supposed to have it today, but the mailman came and did not bring it. I saw where it is. It was, last I saw, it was at the nearest sorting facility, which is about 45 minutes away from my house, but after that, it did not come to my local post office like it was supposed to. So I don't have it yet. So that's not here yet. I guess I'll show you guys that next time. Hopefully it will show up because it's still, I mean, it was at the local sorting thing before I got up this morning, and it still is not at my local post office, so hopefully it's not lost. Hopefully it will be here tomorrow, and I can show you guys that next time. But if not, then that's going to be another fight that I have to have with the USPS, because I have been doing that a lot lately. Oh, and I forgot something. I forgot to show you guys something. I do have another work in progress. I can't believe I forgot this, but I started a Mr. Bakery Bear last year. Last year I did a Mrs. Bakery Bear for my son, and then my daughter wanted a Mr. Bakery Bear, so I started one of those, but I never finished it. So I dug that back out, decided to get that finished. So I have the head of a Mr. Bakery Bear, and it's kind of creepy holding the head, not attached to the body. Even though I'm the one making this, it's kind of weird just having a head. But yeah, that's his head. And he is done all in Peyton's worsted. Peyton's classical. So his head is finished, and I'm working on his body right now. So, when I picked it back up, he didn't have the ears, and his body was not started yet. So I have finished the ears and started on his body. So, there he is. And the reason that I wanted to finish this is because she picked out the yarn at Yarncon, and she wanted a bear out of that. So I figure I'll finish this bear, and then I will start another bakery bear out of that yarn she picked out at Yarncon. And I'm sorry, this is a little discombobulated today. It's just another one of those days, and it seems like every day that I try to record, it is one of those days. I swear, every day of my life is not one of those days, but for some reason lately, every day that I'm going to record, it turns out to be one of those days, and I don't want to be, like, putting off recording, as I have in the past. You know, I want to try to actually make one video a week at least. So you know, I'm doing it anyway, so I apologize if it's just discombobulated, disjointed, all over the place, you know what I mean. But I think that's it. Yeah, I showed you guys that, and this whole moving thing over is actually very good, because if I hadn't been doing that, I wouldn't have noticed that I forgot to show you guys that bakery bear. But yeah, even though I have it written down, I for some reason was not actually reading what I have written down. But I don't know why. So that is all now. Thank you guys for watching. Chancey really enjoys being part of these videos, so I'm glad that I have something for him to do in the videos. And Yuji has started watching them, which is, I don't know, it's kind of a little bit embarrassing. I don't know why. But, yeah, because my family, my immediate family, doesn't watch these. But, my daughter started watching them, so, I don't know. And my son started wanting to be part of them, so he wanted to be part of the whole thing, but there's no way he's going to sit here the whole time and be quiet. So, he can just be part of the brown bag openings. So, thank you guys for watching him, and thank you guys for watching me. I'm Sonic Freak everywhere. Ravelry, Flickr, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram. Sonic Freak, that's S0NICFREAK. And check out my Etsy at yarncast.etsy.com. If you're not an inner, but for some reason you like to watch these videos anyway, don't know why you would, but you can check out my finished objects over at craftotaku.etsy.com. So, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys next week. Later, guys.